So sitting on the AMS board, you're going to be surrounded by maybe the most opinionated people on this campus. How are you planning on making sure that your voice is loud and heard amongst the most opinionated people on this campus?
You know, I've worked with the AMS sustainability group the whole year, and that's actually one of the hardest things to get done. The good thing is that you don't work alone. You don't work usually by yourself. You have people working with you and creating an amazing proposal, you know. It's about having a great team, but at the same time, it's when you're supposed to raise your voice.
And for me, I would look back on my experiences with the board. I would argue that even the board itself contains a lot of opinionated people with a lot of strong voices with different issues. And I think that my year on that board has given me that experience to ensure that when the stakes are when there's when there's large issues at hand, that I won't be afraid to voice my opinion. And you can see in the minutes that I haven't. So.
We have time for one last question from the audience. Chad.
I just arrived, but hopefully this question has been asked right now. What is the biggest problem with the AMS right now?
My personal opinion, the biggest problem with AMS right now would be the structural deficit. The reason for I say that is because the business and facilities committees were projected to do $900,000 in revenue this year, but we'll be lucky if we even hit 2/3 of that. And a large portion of it is due to the lack of student involvement and the lack of student care for AMS services, particularly AMS businesses. And I think that this sort of issue stems into other things as well. So for example, the lack of involvement with the AMS block party. Students are thinking events are literally being handed to them on silver platter, and I think that's sort of a stigma and a perception and an attitude that I hopefully can change. And I think with Chad, we recently created a new a new review of the marketing strategy for the Business and Facilities Committee, and I really hope that I can work on that to ensure that there's greater alignment between student needs and particularly AMS businesses and services.
I think that's actually pretty important, but I think the biggest deal we had this year is that there was no unity among the team. The vice presidents and the president had so many issues between them that they couldn't get anything done because they couldn't agree in something. And sometimes we got to the point that either the president or the vice president will vote against whatever one of the other sides said, just to give the contrary. And we have to work towards a better team if we're gonna get anything done in any of the committees.
Well, solid answers. Thank you.
And gentlemen, in one word or less, what is the one thing you stand for?
Be the student's voice.
Student voice.
Involvement.
Great, round of applause for Team Involvement. All right, our senators, come on up. All right, so we have 3 representatives going for the senator position. To my right, I have Jackie Liang and Shi Ching Liu, and to my left, I have Shayan Bashir. 45 seconds for introductions.
Happy Chinese New Year, everybody. My name is Shi Ching Liu, running for senator this year. I'm a third-year transfer student from Langara College, so this is my first and last chance to give back to CUS. Previously, I had experience working in Langara Student Union as a board of director. So what I believe is student government should offer more tangible benefit to students. So here's what I propose. I'm going to build an online database for all sorted students to upload and share their course learning material, including past midterms and past exams. So if this sounds like the kind of initiative you would like to see from CUS this year, please vote for this Chinese guy with an unpronounceable Chinese name. My name is Shi Ching Liu. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, my name is Shayan Bashir and I'm a second year student. I'm looking to major in MIS or Finance. I really don't have enough experience in the CUS, but given a chance I will strive to enrich your experience at sorted. So these are the following issues that I'd like to work on. I'd like to provide students with more information because frankly most students don't know what the CUS is talking about, what the board is talking about and the issues that are being discussed, so that you guys become more opinionated and we effectively capture your opinion and present it to the board so we can effectively make good decisions for you. Secondly, I would like to provide students with the opportunity to swap courses on the standard timetables to allow them more flexibility, have TA office hours, before exams, I would like to join the appeals committee on the Senate so that more of you have chances to stay in school. And I personally think that Sauder isn't having enough fun, so we need to have more social events and discussions. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jackie Liang, and I'm this year's VP External for the CUS. There's a lot of issues at stake right now. Did you know that the senator has a say in making sure that we have 24-hour access to this building? There's academic inflation happening right now. More students are coming in with over 86% to Sauder. How can we change our admission standards that reflect that new reality? CON 299, every year 700 students are being taught the same resume format. How can we add a personal touch to that resume? A lot of things can be done by the senator, and I'm ready to deal with all those tasks. My name is Jackie Leung. Thanks for listening to me.
All right, audience, here we go. Chad, kick things off.
Okay, so I guess as the outgoing senator for the CUS, I'm going to throw a hardball question at you and see how you guys do. So currently one of the major issues that's going to be coming up in the Senate right now is something called the Rich Educational Experience. So essentially what this is the fact that UBC is, as part of redoing its entire admissions process to the university, changing the way that scholarships are handed out. So there's two different types of scholarships. There's the President's Entrance Scholarship, and then there's the Entrance Scholarship. They're changing the President's Entrance Scholarship where instead of actually giving a certain number of students a large scholarship of around $5,000 to one where now every single student that enters the University of British Columbia a scholarship between $2,000 to $3,000. So 47,000 students times for $47,000. I want to hear your thoughts of whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing for the University of British Columbia.
So I personally think that in the world everything is merit-based, anything you get. So like to get a scholarship you'll definitely have to, that's my personal opinion because I worked for my President's Entrance Scholarship. So I think that everyone who deserves the scholarship should get it because you have to work hard to get it. And that's how you differentiate people. That's my personal opinion.
Okay. I'm running as a student senator, so I'm going to be representing students' perspective. Money in students' pockets is a good thing, so I would agree that it's a good idea.
Also, I think it's a very good idea because it puts something nice on everybody's resume, and that's what we want, right, for the students. So compared with Eastern universities, where not everybody has a nice-looking scholarship on their resume, we definitely have an advantage. So that's what I think.
Good questions. Mark.
I just have a quick question for not Jackie, for the two gentlemen here. For the initiatives you've proposed, why would you want to be on the Senate in order to achieve these and not another body under the CUS, under the AMS, etc.? What specifically about the Senate is going to allow you to get across your goals?
Well, for my proposal, I'm proposing to build this online database. I'm thinking maybe some teachers might oppose this. The senator position is basically a connector between students and the school. So if any complication arises, this is the best position to resolve those complications.
So the post of senator is on the board of directors, which is the board that runs the CUS, and the senator is a very important position. So I think I'll be at a good platform to execute these decisions and ideas. Secondly, I'll be on the Senate. So when I'm talking about the appeals committee, that's what I can join being on the Senate. So that's what I really want to work for. And secondly, I'll be more in contact with the administration and academic coordinators, and that will probably help me reach my goals.
Time for two more questions. Connor.
Awesome.